they're going to use all these different measures to claim that this is what it is. But when we look at every single measure that was made, you know what I'm saying, to bring us to the point where where they think they have a right to do the things that they do, and have the people believing that they're saving their ass for some reason, you know what I'm saying, it really bothers me because for them and many of these things to be at in the first place, it had to be created. We have seen for the, clearly this the 2020 and 2016 and for the last 47 years how they clearly work their magic, you know what I'm saying? And we know now for sure that, you know what I'm saying, many of our civil rights black community and many black people have been teaching their kids and only teaching their kids, I don't know how they do it, only to vote Democrat. You know what I'm saying? But we have to break that cycle, you know what I mean? If you're not going to vote, if you're not going, if you shouldn't be no Democrat anyway. That was a trick that was played on black people in more ways than one, where they figured they had to do that in order to, and were happy with the handouts. What, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, because you know what I mean, our different shit that was going on in the country was still at its garbage point. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, by them saying that, somehow, some way, the demon Democrats were able to promise them things and throw out trinkets and all this different shit, and made them believe that they're always on their side every year with a nice, beautiful singing and dance bullshit that goes on like, you know what I'm saying, what LGBTQ Obama did when he had that speech out in the field out there when he was elected, you know what I'm saying, singing and dancing and doing the Luciferian move, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, we have to look at the fact that we don't have time to be sitting up there with that bullshit, you know what I'm saying. We have a country that needs, you know what I'm saying, a backbone, a spine, and a clearing out of many things that's in our government. Because even when we look at Rodney Jackson as the man, him to take a drug test, you know what I'm saying, and that, Rodney Jackson, you know, say the Republicans of Texas demand that the Creepy Joe Boat Rabbit Biden submits to a drug test before and after the debate with, President Donald J. Trump. Yeah, because that's why he over there in Camp David, they're giving him the special treatment, you know what I'm saying, and they're juicing him up. You know what I'm saying? Sort of how they used to do out of Hitler. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was 50,000 drugs and they sent him out there, you know what I mean? Yeah, but Republicans have long accused the creep Joe Biden of using performance enhancing drugs to appear more agile, I guess, you know what I'm saying, a charge, the agile, a charge, I don't know, I don't give a damn, enhancing drugs to Angela charge, the White House has repeatedly denied, you know what I'm saying? Of course they're going to deny it, you know what I'm saying? Just like they denied it, what went on with the pandemic in itself. You know what I'm saying? You think they're going to tell you the truth about that? You know what I'm saying? What they really was up to? Oh no, you know what I'm saying? But everybody else that was trying to say something that, meant something about what was going on was blackballed and also censored in the media and still is as well. But denying Jackson took, I mean, you know what I'm saying, the White House repeatedly denied Jackson took such allegations to another level in the appearance on Fox News on, Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? I am sending a letter to the creepy Joe Brokeback Ridge Biden, you know what I'm saying, to his physician, Dr. O'Connor, you know what I'm saying, and I'm, I guess, singing or whatever in his entire cabinet. I guess he's going and addressing all of them. And it's embarrassing that I have to do this, you know what I'm saying, and it's really embarrassing as a president, as a former White House physician, to have to do something, like this, but we don't have any choice based on what is going on. He said, and that is true. And that is true. You know what I'm saying? They need to get something because that's why he over there, Camp David, right now, juicing up. You know what I'm saying? He juicing up. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows for well, but you know what I'm saying? Donald Trump needs to be advised as well, you know what I'm saying, and put on them boxing gloves and come out with the uppercut, you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, you know what I'm saying, coming up with a bang, bang, you know what I'm saying, and all that, we see it's time, you know what I'm saying. We hear New York governor debate advice for Creep Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As it said, but we see here where in New York, you know what I'm saying, Kathy Hossa tells CC and Kathleen Collins that she wants President Joe Biden to recreate the electricity from his State of Union address on CNN debate stage on Thursday. Yeah, well, he could try to do whatever he gotta do, but you know what I'm saying? To me, if the people are stupid enough to look at and see that there's not something wrong here that needs to be corrected and the house needs to be cleaned out once in a while, you know what I'm saying? You got to clean the house. There's no other way of doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know, we have to clear house. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely something that needs to be done, and then there's no way around it. You know what I'm saying? Mm, we see a lost continent. You know what I'm saying? We doing a little historic here. Unlike any other found today, discovered off the coast of Australia. Yeah, there's a lot of things discovered off the coast because ain't nobody else but y'all, doing the discovering anyway. You know what I'm saying? We see here where, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna look into many things that's going on. You know what I mean? We're gonna look into many things that's going on. You know what I'm saying? We see a report coming in here saying, well, a lot of people don't know that something can kill them in a few days. You know what I'm saying? On this report, you know what I'm saying? Most people don't know that can kill them in a few days. You know what I'm saying? Something like some believe they'll encounter the gates of heaven or hell, while others believe in a cycle of death and rebirth. You may be of the same mind that says consciousness continues after the body perishes. You know what I'm saying? Or you may believe that when it's all said and done, that it's dust to dust and dust to dust to be forgotten. Human across the global, you know what I'm saying, may not agree, you know what I'm saying, on what happens after death, but they all agree on the things human body and more things human body and mortals. You know what I'm saying? The human bodies are mortals, in actually what he's saying. You are made of flesh and blood with the host of intricate process keeping you alive. Hmm. Your immune system alone is a marvel, able to differentiate differentiate between distinct pathogens to ensure its response is targeted. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, you just breathing and going about your business may be you start your day, you know what I'm saying, with gratitude, or you're more, you know what I'm saying, accustomed, you're more accustomed to rushing out the door with your coffee, hands, and so on and so on and so on. You know what I mean? This particular story has too much entity in that, and you know what I'm saying, these pathogens are definitely. We see Eddie Murphy, 63, poses for his red shot wife, Paige Bushel, 44, and brings his daughter. Okay, good for you. We see Hampton subway tunnel. from Sag Harbor to Foxwoods, stalled again. Oh, of course. We see opinion, and many other things that's coming in. But we're not interested. And we see Kathy Hoxha announce leading legislations to restrict additive. Let me check out that shit right there. But hold on a minute, because she always on some shit, and we have to keep up on watching everything she did. As we see, because a lot of them be doing a lot of bullshit in more ways than one. You know what I mean? Need a little bit of ice water because we have to keep up. But at the same time, when we look at what's going on today, there is no way that we should be letting anybody stand in the way of what we're going to do in order to clean up our country. That's just plainly what it is. You know what I'm saying? By us listening to other people and these different things, a pandemic, the inflation, these things were created right before your very eye. So, when you look at the whole situation of it, it was created right before your very eye. And this is what they have been using in more ways than one to be able to do the things they do. They create all these problems. You know what I'm saying? Even when you look at Black Lives Matter, even when you look at what was going on, how it all come down to this big event, and then it led all the way up to the Capitol Hill, ride up Gunner Hill and shit, and up to Capitol Hill, and cause all that commotion, you know what I'm saying? You still see the same thing. And then when you see them have the debt ceiling wide open and they're spending with no closing the debt ceiling at all, you know what I'm saying? So so your money is going to be spent any way they choose, you know what I'm saying, without, proper oversight, you know what I mean, and transparency. You know what I'm saying? You see that also, then you see the food prices going up, because the debt ceiling is wide open and they got to charge you for the crimes that they're committing using your money, but you want you to pay for the crimes and pay it back. You know what I'm saying? While they just blow the debt ceiling wide open, such as you would blow the roof off the mother. Then when you see them attacking the voting rights, you see them coming to bring down the filibuster, you see them coming with all types of bullshit, strategical trick. Then you start seeing a war over here and a war over there and a nuclear this and a nuclear. This is the demon democratical strategical move. You know what I'm saying? In itself, they've been doing this shit for years, and Lord knows whatever else that we're not too interested because it might make you throw the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But we see Governor Hoxha, announced nation-leading legislation to restrict, say, addictive social media feed and protect kids. Okay, well, let's see what she's talking about. Oh, man. New York Attorney General Letitia James and Governor Kathy Hoxha and bill sponsor Senator Andrew William Nardis or whatever as assembly members, Nilly or whatever, Razika or whatever, today announced that the nation leading legislations to combat addictive social media feeds and protect kids online has been signed into law. The bill, is signing the bill signing ceremony, include union leaders, advocate parents, advocate parents, and so on. 1 second, people. Let me handle this right quick. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like it's saying the bill, for advocate for leaders, advocate parents, and children who hold on 1 second, peeps. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second, peeps. We can get into that in about a minute. Because we got to peep out what's going on here in all ways. You know what I'm saying? get on wave. You know what I'm saying? My mic went off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where, in more ways than one, we see they sign a bill and a bill into law. You know what I'm saying? The ceremony includes the leaders, union leaders, you know what I'm saying, advocates, parents, and children who all work to help these bills advance during the legislation session. The first bill signed into law stops addictive feed exploitation, safe for children. Acts will require social media companies to restrict addictive feeds on their platform for users under 18. The second bill signed into law, the New York Child Data Protection Act, will prohibit online sites from collecting and using and sharing and selling personal data of any under the age of 18 unless they have received informed content, or unless doing so is informed contest, or unless doing so restrictively is restrictively is restrictively necessary for the purpose of the website. With this newly, the website, that don't make no sense. It's still come out to the same thing, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Strictly necessary for the purpose of the website. What if the website, what if the crooked? With this newly signed legislation, New York has established the nation's most stringent protection to safeguard kids on social media. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? You know they're going to try to throw out all the trinkets right about now. You know what I'm saying? Do what they have to do in order to get this shit right. You know what I mean? In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? This is what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we have to do. We have to be able to straighten things up. And one of the things we're going to have to straighten up is the White House for sure. Because, right now it's looking like a damn cesspool. You know what I'm saying? But we see South Dakota Governor Christie, Norm, I guess, Noon, indicates she haven't been formally vetted to be, I guess she says she hasn't been formally vetted, you know what I'm saying? But nobody really cares because when we look at that whole situation, we know that, nobody's going to sit here and not see anything wrong. Like I said, the whole fishnet, whole game, you know what I'm saying, was already put together and is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Is what it is, you know? And we're not gonna sit here and keep on talking about what has been done or what has not been done based on any individual level. The individual levels that we need right now is for the White House to have a more stronger, understanding of the people and what the people the people needs are, not what the people, not what the elected officials think that we need while they sit there and feed. We look at Nancy Pelosi, even in many ways, you know what I'm saying, set up there and on inside trading, and many of these elected officials even on inside trading and doing this and making millions while you blowing the debt ceiling, talking about taking away Social Security, talking about, this and that and all kinds of threats to the common people, shit that you already have out there, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden now, you all filling your pockets, but everybody else out here seems to be starving. You know what I'm saying? So nobody have any love for any more games, and people should be tired of these games. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know, you know what I'm saying? We see disappointment and I guess depression, demon Democrats, or some bullshit that they have going on, and some kind of fundraiser shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this and that. You should be more than that. The many lives and the genocidal behavior that y'all have produced. in all ways. You know what I mean? In all ways, we've been seeing a lot of garbage going on. We need to be able to straighten up our country. We have an election coming up that's very important right now. You know what I'm saying? While everybody's out there talking about being a demon Democrat, and I can't believe that black people have been helping these people all these years to fuck up your own people. Why you thought that you was doing something so great, you was literally a part of the cycle in itself. You know what I'm saying? You was a part of the cycle in itself. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. You know, you actually voting to get your ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? Which doesn't make much sense at all. You know what I mean? Why would you keep voting for the same people who kicking your ass? Or the same people that's fucking up the world, and then you being a powerful majority vote, you know what I'm saying, in the decisiveness of the win, you know what I'm saying, and you sit up there voting for the same people who's going to give everything to everybody else and screw you over in itself, you know what I'm saying, while they're up here trying to fuck up my phone, you know what I'm saying, and all this and that, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And that goes for the white people as well. So while they're busy listening and giggling, you know what I'm saying, and listen up, this go for the white people there. You know, disenfranchised white people have been even going back to the days of England and Britain, you know what I'm saying, to where they used to go down to the ghetto, you know what I'm saying, and the rich people used to bring food once in a while and feed the poor whites and shit like that. How the fuck you got poor whites but you say you superior? You know what I'm saying? And I mean it's a whole bunch of historical bullshit that you wouldn't believe that these people have exhibited in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? You know, and black people in the same token. You are there voting for your, you know what I'm saying, oppressive slave master group, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because basically that's what not many of them, you know what I'm saying, but they also contributed to the very effect of, you know what I'm saying, the oppression that came down on black people for many, many years. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that we understand that we must clarify these things completely from our country. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not helping our country to really get anywhere except for some and not for others. And that is not something that we want to see, and that's not something that we should be doing anymore. We need to clarify many, many things and look at many things that have been going on and come to a position of that. You know what I'm saying? But we see disappointment and depression. People Biden's biggest fundraiser watch their advantage vanish. You know what I'm saying? This is coming up. Like people, this is coming in by. I'm sorry. This is coming in by the Trump East Biden cat. I don't know what the hell that is. But the 2024 election. This is coming in. He was saying that Joe Biden and allies are bracing after Donald Trump erased, no, after, I guess, erased the presidential final edge. You know what I'm saying? We see in the inside creep Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, campaign aide said that May was their second best fundraising month of the campaign, but in the overall total and in the grassroots, you know what I'm saying, fundraising, even without a major fundraising event, you know what I'm saying, according to their bull. This is coming in June, you know what I'm saying, which is June 23rd, 2024 at 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coming in by Elena Schneider and Lauren. It look like Egon, you know what I'm saying? Coming off I guess the businesses, the 2024 one guy, whatever. Look, we see here where Creep Joe Biden campaign plans to bury Donald Trump in the bury Donald Trump. What the fuck is he talking about? This is an election, not no fucking war. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cut this warfare shit out of our election and start focusing on what's the people and the common people need. You know what I'm saying? You always pulling us in with your bullshit rather than pulling us, you know what I'm saying? You know, instead of steering us strong, not wrong. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. And avalanche of cash. Instead, his allies are racing for a slugfest without the benefits of with the benefits of a flatter wallet, as financial reports show Trump, you know, saying out raising Pete Joe Biden in his vote by a bitch ass in a back-to-back month, you know, hauling a huge sum after his 34 felony convictions and, you know, erasing Biden's long-standing financial edge. As we see, the demon Democrats, the demon Democrats in recent days largely downplayed that Trump's new financial lead in the same way, you know what I'm saying, financial lead in the same way Trump allies had when Creep Joe Biden was running ahead in the money race, saying, yeah, because everybody's full of shit. Sometimes in many ways backing up a demon and these people for 40 fucking 750 years that didn't improve anything in our country, but 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 brought uh, uh, weapons of mass destruction at our doorstep. Showed us that they could set up a situation where they traumatized the whole world with a 9/11 and many other bullshit that could while they spying and drilling holes in the motherfucking walls in your apartment, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that to come and hear what you saying upstairs so bad. So that means we know that a lot of people is on the motherfucking take. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where, you know what I'm saying? We see where the Democrats recently largely displayed Trump's new financial lead into the same way Trump allies did. You know what I'm saying? Creep Joe Biden was running when cheating the fucking election any motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? When we look at it, you know what I'm saying? Raise money saying that the president would have enough money and so on and so on. But, you know, what are they raising all this money for? You know what I'm saying? To go, I guess, ride around and I guess do everything they're supposed to. Trump was the only one to me had deserved that money, and they need to reverse that conviction talking about some falsifying documents or hush money. You know what I'm saying? Because the money ain't nothing but some bullshit when we're talking about a nuclear war at our doorstep. But privately, you know what I'm saying, several demon Democrat strategies and donors, you know what I'm saying, were reeling there was the strategy of raising all this money on the front end so we could have this huge edge, said one of Creep Joe Biden book by which, you know what I'm saying, bundler, you know what I'm saying, granted anonymity to speak, you know, candidate. The whole point of it was to come out, you know what I'm saying, with a sizable cash advantage. And, you know, we're now even in it's June. I have no other words for, you know what I'm saying, it other than the depression amongst the Creek Joe supporters. No, the Credo supporters is out their mind and need to let that go and let him get his own damn money. After all the money he done stole, all the money he got from Russia, China, and all these different people selling secrets and corrupting our country, along with Bush, Donkey fucking Jr., Obama, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and all these oligarchs and many corruptive and those that's within. You know what I'm saying? You say we know who that is, but you know, say Trump said he has decided on his running mate. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? I wonder who that running mate is, and I hope it's somebody with some damn sense for sure. But we sure don't need no more clowns running up in the government, and doing the bullshit that we have seen going on. We see the Supreme Court overturns Roe versus Wade 2 years ago. Here's what happened since. I'm not interested in that bullshit in no shape or form, because that's just another one of the witch's brew that was thrown in the pot. Along, you know what I mean? Black Lives Matter, this, that, the riots, yada, 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 and all that other bullshit. Nobody have time for none of that. You know what I mean? Nobody have no time for none of that. All that dumb shit. You know what I mean? Because that's what it leads to. You know what I'm saying? We see here where Scotty wins the travel championship. Okay, Scott brother. We see campaign walks back Trump's green card promise. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, let's see what's going on here with that one. You know what I mean? But we see where it still comes out to the same thing. We have to get ourselves together in all ways, because we have a lot of shit on our table that should not be in our government. You know what I'm saying? In our government. You know what I'm saying? And this one is coming in by Michael Lee 9 hours ago. I think it's coming off of who? Fox News, you know what I'm saying? But we see the President of the United States campaign walk back a promise that the President would automatically award green cards to migrants after they graduate from college. You know what I'm saying? Right? The President Donald J. Trump has made it clear that on day one of his new administration, he is going to shut down the border. He's going to shut down the border and launch a large, massive deportation efforts of illegal aliens in history. You know what I'm saying? Efforts deportation of the illegal aliens in history. Trump campaign national press secretary, Kathleen Levitt said in a statement last week, according to the New York Post reports, not noting that the President of the United States would include an aggressive vetting process and include all communities, no, all communists, and radical Islam, Hamas supporters, American haters, and public, public charges. The comment comes after Trump appearance on the All In podcast last week, where the president outlined an idea to give all foreign college graduates a green card with a diploma. Oh wow, that's a good move. You know what I'm saying? The graduates from a college, I think you should get automatically, as part of your diploma, a green card to be able to stay in the country, and that includes junior college too, Trump said during an appearance. You know what I'm saying? The proposal receives immediately pushback, with Centers for Immigration Studies Executive Director Mark, telling the New York Post that such a handout was a cockamamie proposal that would prompt a fire hose of foreign cash by stapling a green card on the diploma of U.S. college graduates. You know what I'm saying? If someone earns a PhD at the university in hard science, I personally will drive to their house and give them a green card. You know what I'm saying? Because they said, I guess his name is Kirk Koranian, or so, Kirk Koranian, said the issue is any foreign college graduate, even from, a bogus 2 year master's program or gender study major, would get a green card. You know what I'm saying? Ways we see the situation in this one. You know what I mean? But the promise was made, you know what I'm saying? And if he sticks up to his promise, then they have a right to work towards what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? And if Trump made the offer, then he made the offer. But we still have to do something about the migrant problem and the flooding of our country, because we know this was done by creep Joe Biden administration in order to say that they did something for these people. This is just another one of the witches brewing the pot to keep them in power. As we said, you know what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter, Hillary Clinton knocking on the World Trade Center, Black Lives Matter, Russian capital, insurrection, 31 council, and all of the bullshit in the mix. You see what I'm saying? You're blowing the debt ceiling open, going up against the filibuster, changing our voter rights, yada, 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 yada. Roe versus Wade. It's all in the witch's brew. And then you have the Ukraine war that was trumped up by them, and you also have the green light on Netanyahu's butthead, Netanyahu's butthead Yahoo down in the Gaza Strip, murdering off the people every single day, and talking about he winning a war against Hamas. You know what I'm saying? If you winning a war against Hamas, then why are you genociding the people? That's a good question. Why would you genocide the common people? You know what I'm saying? Because that's a revenge that you will never get rid of. So you're exacerbating even a more dangerous war on a nuclear front in many ways. Because when y'all bitch ass start talking about some motherfucking war bullshit, y'all always talking about nuclear this and nuclear that. You know what I'm saying? And that also pulls the common people into the conflict and the bullshit, as if we agreed with you chumping up a war, you know what I'm saying, using Zelensky crooked, broke-back bitch, butt-nose ass, lying son of a bitch, you know what I'm saying, up there doing bullshit along with the creep Joe, you know what I'm saying, and those within, you know what I'm saying, our government, you know what I'm saying. But we see Russia say U.S. is responsible for deadly Ukraine attack on cinema, you know what I'm saying, on cinema, and as we see, you know what I mean, but we see Moscow, you know what I mean, coming in, you know, Russia said on Sunday that the United States was responsible for Ukraine attack on Russia's annexed Crimea, I guess, peninsula, with 5 U.S. supplied missiles that killed 4 people, including 2 children, and injured 151 more. You know what I'm saying? See the kind of bullshit that they're doing? Steady picking, using Zelensky talking about joining NATO, sparking off the war, knowing that that would spark off the war, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one of them invading the backyard of Russia, and so close to invading a place that is in Russia, that is in the backyard, is the old Russia, all part of Russia, its territory altogether. And you're going there and spark up this by using Ukraine and saying that you're going to force a country, a city that's in Russia, you know what I'm saying, and Ukrainians are Russians, you know what I'm saying, and you're going to force him to join NATO in order to trump up a war, you know what I'm saying, on our world, using Zelensky and Joe Biden and the rest of the demon Democrats and whoever else, the secret society, these state, NT, for all the motherfuckers put together. I ain't got time to mention all the names. You know who I'm talking about. Luciferian, Satanic, all these motherfuckers doing bullshit and think that they're smiling and grinning in our motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? But we see Russia defense minister said um, 4 of U.S. missiles, you know what I mean? In other words,